Mark Wahlberg on another action movie. Again, reunited with director Peter Berg, Lone Survivor. He's good in these kind of movies, but this is an hour and a half, which would be okay. But this is only going to be an action movie with a story of just shooting and shooting and all shooting and no much of the story. Your reviews with me, Frankie D, coming up. Mile 22, Mark Wahlberg. Here we go again. Another of his movies, supposed to be a blockbuster, even so that this movie is only $35 million budget. But Ronda Rousey, we have all the stars, no major stars, but the key is supposed to be an hour and 35 minutes and it's supposed to be an action. And the way the trailer show, it's a non-action movie. The basic story uh, is a double agent who betrayed the country. He needed to leave the country, and there are five bombs. They're gonna kill thousands and millions of people, and he will not give you the. And this is not in there. Gonna tell you a spoiler, but they will not give you the code that this tell you where are the bombs and the chemicals unless they take them out of the country and just flew to the United States and give immunity. So, and then the government try to get the information. They can't get it, so say, okay, they make a deal and they have to transport him from point A to point B, which point B is where the airplane is going to be and deploy, and only can wait for 10 minutes and it's 22 miles from point A to point B. That's why they call it mile 22. Um, Peter Berg was just the director, and we talked about before in the beginning. He worked before with him. This is a problem in few parts of the movie. If you want to watch this movie, please attention the first 5 to 6 minutes because they're going to tell you the background of the story of Mark Wahlberg, what's happened with him, why he is, and the way he is. Out of that, you never hear anything on the background of the story. You never know why he is and the way he is. If you didn't pay attention in those 5 minutes, so why this guy doing the rubber band and hit himself all the time? Why he's so aggressive? Why he is like a bipolar? What's going on with this kid, with this guy? And he's part of the team. Technically, he's the leader of the team that do things that the governments sometimes want to get out of this. On that mission, they are ghosts. From point A to point B, if you get captured, you better die because you're ghost. You don't exist, and they know that. That's the mission. You can see in the way I'm talking, they have a problem with this movie. I saw it with somebody else, with a friend of mine. She liked the movie, but not that much. It was an okay movie. The problem with me coming from the theater right now I started thinking about all the plots, all the good things and all the bad things. And it's an hour and 35 minutes. Technically, the main big action is like a scene of 20 minutes when they're going from point A to point B, the 22 miles. It's like a continual action and, shooting and like shooting, and there's more shootings and bomb, and there's more shooting. And in some persecutions and street fighters, the problem with me is you got a lot of fights in this movie, and it was done very badly. I don't understand how he directed in that way, which he done in the past very well. The scenes are too shaky camera, like a shaky camera, and the scenes are like a fraction of a second or 2 seconds. You don't appreciate the choreography of the fight. You don't see the fight. Technically, you don't even see when they punch one to another or they hitting or they kicking. It's just too fast, the cut and the way they edit the movie. that you don't appreciate that fight. The shooting is the same way. It's the game with the shaking camera, and it's done many times before. We see it in other movies. Personally, one of the best is the Bourne series. And the problem with action movies, like the one I reviewed before a couple weeks ago, the Mission Impossible, to me it's a great movie. Why that is a great movie? A ton of actions. We already know that, Tom Cruise. But it's a story. And you very pay attention because it's a story during the whole 2 hours or more of the movie. And and the Bournes, you have in his story and you care for him. And this one, if you miss the 5 minutes, and I knew the very pay attention because it was important what they were saying, think that I did because if I wouldn't pay attention what happened with him in the beginning, they tell a little bit of voiceover what is happened with his childhood and how he trained and everything, how he is. You don't know anything about the guy. And I still don't know much about the guy. And to be honest, he's a pain in the butt. And you don't care much for Mark Wahlberg. I just, you really don't care. Um, you don't care for much of the characters, to be honest. And that's the problem with this movie. You had to care for these people. I hope they survive. I hope they got alive and then in the movie. And then in the movie, okay, whatever. The action is enough action, no enough. No well directed, in my opinion. The shots are done in the wrong way. There is not much of the backbone story. And in the way the end, come on, dude. I'm very disappointed. So I can tell you right now, as you see, it's a go, it's a don't go, or a must go. I'm sorry to say, Mark Wahlberg, but it's a don't go. It's a waste of time. It's just, we see this before. And Mark Wahlberg haven't had a good hit movie in a while. And he's a good actor. But I don't know if it's because the money in paper looks good, but then the final product come out in the wrong way. He's missing the point. I think the Wahlburgers, the TV show that he's been doing for almost 8 years with his brother, but his burgers joint, it's more fun than watching this movie. I'm sorry, but it's a don't go. It's a waste of time. It's an hour and 35 minutes. Thank God it was an hour and 35 minutes. But it's like they wrote the script and they didn't just finish it. Something is missing in the story. And even the message in the end, what you try to say, because I don't think you even know what you want to try to say. Or maybe you cut it off and then. So I said, don't go, guys. If you like what I say, if you like what I did, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it down. And I hope you like what I did. I'm Frankie D's reviews. I do reviews in a simple way. I tell you to go and see the movie, is worth it or no, or just skip and wait for DVD or Blu-ray or HBO or Netflix, or maybe don't. Till the next time, my Facebook Yoda is here to subscribe. My other reviews in the bottom on this side. And support your theater, support your movies, support your video games, any kind of entertainment. Until the next time, thank you for joining me. Ciao.